we're here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi
Happy
there.
Sunday. Hi.
Happy Sunday Fun Day. Sunday
Sunday
kind of
fun
boring
day.
for me.
Yep. It's a drinking day for me. So after
Oh, well, good for
this,
you.
going downtown, watch a little music,
Get
making
your
a
own
little
drink
dinner.
going.
Got my little crock pot
Okay.
going, making some
Ooh,
chicken enchiladas while we're
nice.
doing our thing. So, yep.
All right. I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner yet. I'm still thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, Sharesy Caresy time. What are we sharing today?
This is a Sharesy PSA.
Okay.
And this happens mostly at shopping centers or freeway off-ramps. If there is not a stop sign, you do not have to stop. Let me repeat that.
I feel your
If
pain on
there
this
is
one.
not a stop sign, you do not have to stop. I understand that you want to cautiously go through an area, perhaps, but when there are stop signs the other way and you stop, the people at the stop sign aren't sure what to do.
Confuses everybody. Just causes mass chaos.
Slowly go through.
The other one I want to add to that is when it's a traffic signal and it turns red, but then you have a green arrow to turn right and people stop and sit there. You have a green arrow. Go before it changes, because I seriously, we're going to have some road rage if you don't get out of my way.
I think we should be championing to bring back a full semester of driver's ed in schools. And I think we need a far more rigorous test, because the amount of people on Quaaludes driving has got to be at an all-time high. Oh, it's so rough.
Are you sure it's Quaaludes?
I don't. It's like like if the speed limit says 40, like at least do the speed limit.
At least do 40.
25 and a 40 is not acceptable. That was Friday and Saturday. I have had nothing.
I feel your pain on that one. I feel your pain, especially
don't-
if it's like an area that you're very familiar with, like you drive through there all the day, every day. So you know the patterns, you know the lights, you know.
Yeah.
And you get someone in front of you, we're like, God damn, out of towner, get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Sometimes I don't even think they're out of towners. I just think people are just in la la land.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's true.
I just did. It's been an exceptionally bad 2 days of, and I don't go more than like 3 miles from my house. So everybody around me, like collectively, is not doing well.
Well, and as I've mentioned before, you know, I am a pedestrian a lot of the times. I'm in a little walk area, you know. I will try to walk as many places as I can. And the number of times I've stepped out into that crosswalk and almost been mowed over by somebody that's just not even looking. They're just not even looking. They don't see me. And my ginormous dog. Thank you.
I hear you.
Thank you. All right. Well, my Caresy, and I know you're going to make a face. You're going to make the stink face. But considering how horrific things are in the world at times, like I don't watch the news. And I think my true crime is enough of the horrors of humankind for me. But I love to watch little baby animal videos on Instagram.
They're so good.
Okay, good.
They're so
I thought you were
good.
going to make a stink face at me.
No.
But, the number one on my list right now is Mars, the baby hippo. And he's at the, oh God, I didn't write it down, Tanganyika wildlife somewhere in Kansas.
Okay.
And he's adorable, little baby pygmy hippo. So he's even littler than a baby hippo. And he's swimming, he's frolicking, he's eating grass, he's, you know, just laying there sleeping. They're like, come on, we got to get you inside. And he's like, nope, not going. Or that's how I imagine he would sound if he could talk. The other one
I also love the pygmy, the just various random pygmy goats that jump.
Yes, they just jump straight up in the air.
All over.
There's also Marshmallow, the baby skunk at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Love Marshmallow.
So cute. So cute. And the girls that brought us Emmanuel, the emu, They have Norma, the tiny, like mini pig, and she has little hats on. I could watch that damn pig eat a little strawberry all day long. I just am fascinated. It gives me all the good feels. So when I'm doom scrolling and any kind of little baby animal video
That's
comes up, I'm
fair.
like, oh. Now the ones I don't like, and I mean, I get it. You want to save this animal, but I don't really feel like people should keep wild animals as pets.
No.
Like a goat, a pig, a farm animal, that's fine. Okay, you rescued that lion cub, but I don't think you should keep it. Wild animals are still wild animals, and you can never fully domesticate them. I believe that. So, take it to a zoo, take it to a rescue, something like that. But don't decide to keep. Don't keep the bear cub. No, no,
No.
It's not going to end well. It's just not going to end well, especially if you have children or other pets in the house. Something's going to happen. So,
I did see somewhere like a baby deer would get abandoned in like somebody who lives like out in nature, and then they kind of like take the deer on as their own. I don't know how wild deer, I don't know how crazy they get. That's still,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I get, like, we went to a bear wolf experience in West Yellowstone where those are animals that are not going to survive. They're injured, they're damaged,
Right.
they had to rescue them for a reason and they can't put them back. So they keep them and it's like a zoo. I'm
Different.
fine with that. But, you know, it's like, oh, I found this, porcupine. I don't know. I don't know that you want to keep
Wasn't that
that.
the chimp that like killed
Ate the lady's face.
yeah, ate the lady. Yeah, I mean, at some level too, dogs they're all a descendant of wolves, and there are some that just they turn and go crazy, and you have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little scary.
Yeah.
I believe in responsible pet ownership. I would not be a responsible pet owner because I am selfish and don't want to take care of anything ever anymore again. So I don't have pets, but I applaud those who do. And I am happy to help care for some friends when they go out of town. I just don't want the sole responsibility of
Right.
anything else now.
Yeah. I think you'll make a terrific grandparent if that comes to it. All the fun
That is
and really
not a
not
suggestion.
not much
Yeah.
responsibility and all the fun.
Yes. And I'm okay if I don't become one.
All right.
Kids.
Good times.
Good
All
time.
right. So our
All
topic
right.
for today
Oh
is
boy, this is a rough one.
our favorite 80s movies and also the heartthrobs of our youth.
Look at
What?
You can't see the font size. This whole thing is covered
Oh,
with
yeah.
favorite 80s movies.
I made a whole page.
There's too many.
I narrowed it down to like kind of a top 10 and then with some special nods to some categories. But yeah, why don't you get us started with your faves? Your faves. We probably have a lot of the same.
Well, I tried to pick faves that might be different than your faves because I feel like if you had five and I had five, then like we could. But I tried to pick some a little more obscure ones. So I think the most obscure one on my list is Real Genius, which was just a silly movie with Val Kilmer, who they were just super. I don't. What did they like? Made popcorn inside a house or something. I don't know. It was just like a
think I
nerdy.
never even saw that.
Oh my God, it's just silly. Like so he's like they're in college and he's super smart. And then there's like a nerdy girl. And then there's, I think, a kid who probably is like, he's too young to be in college. He's like maybe 14 or something. I don't know. And they do these crazy, they're just smart people doing weird things, and it's silly and it's funny and it's dumb. And I don't know why, I really enjoyed it. And I recommend you should go watch it. It's fun. That's probably the most obscure one on my list.
Well,
it's probably his first movie too, really, Val.
if we're talking obscurity, I think you and I can agree on The River's Edge.
Oh, that
Yes.
is
We were a little obsessed with that movie for a while. Keanu Reeves, Crispin Glover at his wackiest finest. I don't think he was even acting in that movie.
I don't.
Ione Sky.
I loved it so much.
And that was really good. That's a hard recommend for anyone, all ages. It's
I
just
don't
weird.
even
It's a
know
weird story.
why we became like, it's a terrible
It's
movie,
awful,
but
and
like,
we just got obsessed with it.
oh,
Just
we
it was
did.
so
Yeah.
it was so keep your hands off Clarissa.
It's just so
It was
weird, but
wacky.
it's so fantastic. Oh, it was
It was
good.
wacky.
I put like Blue Velvet in that same category, but I don't know that I've ever watched Blue Velvet from front to end, but it's also like just kind of weird like that, I think.
Yeah, it's
If I
avant-garde
recall.
noir. I guess you'd call it noir now.
Sure.
Anything by John Hughes, pretty much. I
Anything. So
counted that as
many.
just one. So
Just
you have
all of
16
them.
Candles, you have Breakfast
Yep.
Club,
Pretty in
Pretty in
Pink.
Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Planes,
Oh,
Trains, and Automobiles,
Bueller.
Weird Science,
Yeah.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot, or maybe didn't know, or I don't know. I didn't realize he wrote all those National Lampoon Vacation movies.
Did he really?
He did. And I thought,
Wow.
wow,
Okay. I
right
did not know
there.
that either.
Some Kind of Wonderful, The Great
Yep.
Outdoors, which is one of my favorite.
Oh gosh,
Home
so
Alone, all
funny.
the Home Alone movies, and Uncle
Yep.
Buck. Uncle Buck.
Okay. Uncle Buck was
So,
good.
and I have to mention that probably one of the biggest letdowns in cinematographic history is when you finally see the dress that she made in Pretty in Pink. It's the ugliest thing you've ever seen. And you're expecting some big,
I was expecting so much
extravagant,
more.
cute, stylish, glamorous prom dress. And here she is in like this freaking sack. And I think
yeah.
even Molly Ringwald said that she hated it. She cried when she saw it, and she's like, "You're gonna make me wear this?" So, yeah, all of his movies to me count as one because there's just too
Okay,
many.
that's
There's
fair.
too many to separate out.
There's
Yeah.
there is too many. I mean, we could go straight to like the heartthrob movie of all heartthrob movies, The Outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites. God, it
Yep.
was so good.
Yeah.
And
Had all
like, I think I
everyone was in
watched
it. All of the heartthrobs
everyone.
of our era
Oh,
were in it. Yep.
so good. Rob
Um,
Lowe in that was I think
yeah.
the cutest he's ever been. God, it
Was he
good.
Pony Boy or Soda Pop? I think he was Soda Pop.
He was Soda Pop. Pony Boy
Patrick
was C.
Swayze.
Thomas Howell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was Patrick Swayze, Rob
Yep.
Lowe, Tom Cruise when he still had his fucked up teeth, Emilio
Yep.
Estevez,
Yep.
C.
Ralph
Tommy
Macchio.
Howell, Ralph Macchio, Matt Dillon,
Mhm.
Leif
Dillon, yeah.
Garrett.
Oh yeah.
Who
Leif
else was in
Garrett.
it? Yeah, all of them. They were all in it.
All of them. All of them.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Another kind of obscure one, Heathers.
Yep. Heathers was on my list.
Heathers is a good one.
And it was also on my list that I don't think I watched it all together in one sitting, start to beginning, all at once. It's
Start
one of
to
those
beginning?
like it comes on, start to be,
Start to beginning.
start to beginning to end.
Start to beginning. Last to
Yeah,
end.
yeah. I don't think I watched it fully through all at once, all at one time.
Probably my number one is going to be Better Off Dead. That one.
I knew you were. I knew you were
it was
going to
in
pick
there.
that.
You know it was in
So
there.
yeah, so I didn't. So I didn't pick it. But God, that's just such a funny movie.
It's awesome.
It's so funny. He was probably one of that time frame. He was probably my favorite actor of them all.
Yeah,
I loved him so much.
He was so funny, and it's just those wacky, silly comedies that we just love. Weekend at Bernie's is another one of my favorites.
Yeah,
And
say anything is in that
Anything.
whole group of it. Yeah.
It holds up. We watched it maybe a couple months ago. It was randomly on. I'm like, we got to watch Weekend at Bernie's, and we were laughing. It's still damn funny.
Oh, and
Yep.
and of course, when somebody is maybe not looking their best, or commonly now people will refer to that person as Weekend at Bernie's.
You look a little
when
Weekend at
they're-
Bernie's there.
Bernie's, yeah.
Were you at a work conference out of town? There's the classics like Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
Yep, on the list.
Valley Girl.
Oh, one of my all-time favorites. That one
Um,
has got an asterisk.
Yep.
The best thing I loved, the one thing I loved about Valley Girl, and when you watch it, and then somebody has pointed out, and then you watch it again, you can't not see it, is all of the inconsistencies in filming. So like when the one scene where somebody's sleeping with somebody and there's like clothes all over the floor, the clothes all over the floor are not the clothes that they wore. Or they cut from one scene to another and it's like they're wearing different, it's like
the
all of those
continuity.
inconsistencies.
I think they call it continuity.
So good. And God, Nicolas Cage is just so fantastic.
He's such a dork. Such a dork.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
It is good. That is a good one. And did you ever see the remake they did? I never saw that. They did a remake.
Did a remake?
Yeah, like
I did not do that.
I forget. I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. I'll have to look that up.
I don't.
Beetlejuice, that was a good one. Tim Burton, all of his movies from that era were pretty good.
Yeah.
Lost Boys, that was an iconic one.
Yeah. That was that had a little cult following.
Yeah.
And it's on my list of unpopular opinion. I just thought it was okay. Like
yeah, I mean the movie itself was like whatever, but you had the two Coreys in it. You had Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. I mean, that was a powerhouse of that time. Those two in their movies together. I think they did a handful. That's the only one I really remember. But yeah. Yeah, and
there's also we gotta designate the start of like some big franchise movies like Star Wars, Back to the Future.
I thought of that too. So we got to give a special nod to the ones that created a whole genre of itself, a whole franchise. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop. Back to the Future. All of the Ghostbuster movies, the Aliens movies, Terminators, the Karate Kids.
Raiders,
I mean, how many were? I mean, if we didn't have Karate Kid, we wouldn't have that goddamn out of control Cobra Kai. That is unhinged. You have to watch it all the way through to the end. It is spectacular, and they lean into the kitsch and just make fun of themselves, which is even better. Yeah,
the Nightmare on Elm Street series that started. Yeah,
Indiana Jones.
Yep. Indiana Jones. Yep. Raiders. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Okay. I've heard that debate. Is it a Christmas movie or is it just set during the Christmas period and really has nothing to do with Christmas as the story?
What is the difference?
I don't know.
Why can't it be? But also not off to great Christmas movies, A Christmas Story, which was
You'll Shoot Your Eye Out.
Yeah, so good. So good.
They used to play it, I think they still do, on one of the LA channels. They'd play it 24/7 from like Christmas Eve to Christmas night.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. And I would just put it on in the background.
It's a good background for sure. Yeah. Little noise.
We cannot leave out Footloose and Flashdance. I kind of put those in the same genre.
Yeah, there was a whole little section when I was looking through them of like they like musicals, so they like that fell under the musical part of it. But also, I enjoyed. I don't know if it would be considered, but Amadeus I actually watched, and I actually enjoyed that movie. I thought it was quite entertaining.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
I liked it.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I don't know if I mentioned that already. That was a classic.
That was a good one.
Dead Poets Society. For your dramas.
So
that was a heavy one. That was a heavy one.
Yeah, heavy. Becca just watched it for the first time last week. I'm like, just be prepared to cry your eyes out because you do. She's like, if you said you're gonna cry your eyes out, then I know it's gonna be bad.
It's like Old Yeller crying your eyes out.
Yeah, it's just so sad.
Yeah, you just don't see it coming, and you're like, oh crap. What else? Tom Hanks was kind of on fire in the 80s and 90s.
Yep. Big. I had Big on my list.
Big's a good one.
Big was a good one.
And didn't he do... What was the other big one he had around that time? I can't remember now. Oh, well, I'll have to look it up.
It might come to you. I also on my list, which is kind of like a little slightly obscure, but I did enjoy, was the Roger Rabbit, which was kind of like big first kind of cartoon to life mix of sorts. But Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I enjoyed that.
I don't think I ever saw that.
It's quite delightful.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
didn't care for like the animation stuff. I'm like, I don't,
That's fine. You don't have
yeah.
to.
Oh, I think I was thinking of, and Tom Hanks wasn't in it. I was thinking of When Harry Met Sally,
Oh yeah,
but
that's on my. I had a
that
whole
wasn't
list of
Tom Hanks.
like
Yeah.
adulty kind of things that and like Tootsie.
Mm-hmm. That was a good
Tootsie
one.
was funny.
That was cute. Yeah.
Tootsie was good.
Tootsie was good.
I also we have not mentioned yet, but what a great movie. Fletch, I am Fletcher.
That was yours. You loved that movie.
I loved it so much. I remember, so Chrissy and I saw it in the movie
Oh God.
theater, and we were watching it, and there's the scene towards the end where he's like dressed in like a robe and he's skating backwards. And like I smacked her or she smacked me and we go, it's Brother Bob, which was not, I mean, we were just making a reference. And the lady like in front of us was like, who is that? And she goes, I don't know, Brother Bob. She thought like we knew what we were talking about. And that we knew that was it's Brother Bob.
Oh, God.
Oh, so good.
Okay, so Splash and Bachelor Party. That's what I was trying to think of with Tom
Oh
Hanks.
yeah.
He was
Bachelor
huge in
Party
the
was
80s.
good.
He was huge in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were really into Fletch. Well, Caddyshack, and
Yeah,
that's kind of a
Caddyshack
cult
also
classic
is,
now.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that was a
Stripes.
lot of good
That was all kind of in the
lines.
same
A lot of
group.
good lines came out of all those movies.
They did indeed.
And that's a good sign where if you can quote it, if it's
The
quotable,
test of time.
it's stands the test of time. Now, my brothers were huge. I don't know if this came out in the late 70s or early 80s, but my brothers were huge Blues Brothers fans. And I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't
I
get into it.
enjoyed it.
Did you?
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. But do we
No,
need to keep reincarnating it with every fan of
just
that,
one.
every celebrity fan?
Just no,
Starring
just
so
one.
and so as the Blues Brothers. You're like, oh, come on.
No, just the one. I don't need more than that.
Yeah.
There's also a movie. It's on one of my favorites. It's more obscure, but God, it was so funny. Wildcats with Goldie Hawn, where she becomes
She's the
a
football
coach. Yeah,
That's
in
right.
like a inner city, and oh, it's just so
It's the
funny.
sport of kings, better than diamond rings. Football.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was good.
that was a good one.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was a good one. I honestly, I haven't seen very many current movies, and not until they come
I
on like Netflix or regular cable. I I can't tell you the last movie
I'm
I
not,
saw in a theater.
I think the last movie I saw was just a whole group of us. We went and saw Bad Moms,
Mm,
and it was more about just like an evening out with the friends, and we had dinner and drinks before.
right.
It was entertaining, but there haven't been too many movies where I was like, yeah, I really want to go see that, and it has to be in the theater.
Hmm.
Sometimes one will come up where I'm like, that might be one, and then you get the reviews and they're terrible, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, I'm not going to go waste the money
Yeah.
and the time.
Yeah. It's, and for us, we had to drive like half an hour to go to the movie theater. I'm like, it's not worth it.
No.
And
The Shining was also
that's a good
in
one.
the 80s. What a great movie.
That's a
And
good one.
Poltergeist. Little
Poltergeist.
horror.
Yeah, I was gonna say the horror genre really kind of kicked into high gear
Yeah.
after the slasher. You went from the slasher stuff
Yep.
into more of the psychological stuff.
Yep.
Um,
Loved it.
but you still had the slasher stuff. That was fun. Yeah, like the Nightmare on Elm Streets that you mentioned.
Yep.
Those
Halloween started. I looked up the date because my all-time favorite movie, and I knew it was close, but it was 1978 when it came out, so it missed the 80s. But that's my favorite of all time.
yeah, Halloween.
Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really got into the Friday the 13th. I think I saw the first one and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the slasher horror was not as entertaining for me as the psychological. I loved that's still my favorite. Exorcist is also one of my top favorite movies, just because it's like it could, like it's almost like the slasher stuff. You're like, yeah, that's not really going to happen,
Right.
but the other stuff, you feel like, yeah, that could happen. So it makes it a little scarier for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy those.
Carrie was a good one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Carrie was a good one. Yeah.
All
I
of the
think they
Stephen Kings. Well, actually, the Stephen King movies, none of them really translated well to film.
I agree.
until they made like It and I think The Long
What was
Walk is out right now. That's a Stephen King story,
what was the
and
one
I don't know how that one
where
is.
Pet
Pet
Cemetery? That one was
Cemetery.
actually good. Yeah,
Pet
that was a good
Cemetery.
one.
Yeah, but a lot of them were just horrible. Like they just they they weren't right because I remember I read all those books and then I'd see the movie and I'd be like that. They just ruined it. Ruined it. They could have made it so spectacular and they ruined it. It's like that didn't even happen. But that's true with a lot of book to TV stuff. Is they change stuff. So
I did have a short list of movies that came out that were very popular that I have never seen. I've seen little pieces and I'm familiar with them, but I didn't. So I had Platoon, Spinal Tap, Terms of Endearment, and Purple Rain.
hmm, I've never
Never
seen.
seen it.
What was the first one you said?
Platoon?
Platoon. I've seen parts of it. I don't know that I've
Okay,
seen the
yeah,
whole
I think
thing
I
all
have
the way
too. I
through.
have not for sure.
Um,
Spinal Tap?
Spinal Tap is good. That's a good one. I've
Yeah.
seen that one
I
all the
mean,
way through.
I'm familiar with it. I've seen
Yeah,
pieces, but I've never seen the whole movie. Terms of Endearment, same thing. Like I never just sat down and watched
that's a
it.
sad one
I
too. That's
don't
an
want
old
to. I don't
yeller.
want to cry. I don't want to cry.
I've never seen Top Gun.
What? How is that
I'm not a
possible?
big Tom Cruise fan. I've never seen Top Gun. Although
I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan, but the other people in it were good. It's
yeah,
fine.
it's just I mean at this point, do I really need to see it? Not really.
You don't need to see it. You can, but I wouldn't say you need to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I liked him in Rain Man. I liked him in what was the Show Me the Money? Oh, Jerry Maguire. I mean, he was okay in
Yeah,
those, but uh
I don't
I
know.
don't know. He's I
He's
think he's a
yeah.
little overrated. A little overrated.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
And one thing after watching that Charlie Sheen documentary, you realize how much overacting Martin Sheen did. Like like
So over the
what an
top. But I
over the
think
top
that was
actor he
like
is.
I feel like that like when he first started, like that's how you had to be. And so
Hmm.
that's just hit that was like that's what he I don't yeah, he's I've never seen I've watched a few bits and pieces here and there, but I've never watched all the what's the TV series he did about the White House?
Oh,
I haven't seen those.
The West Wing.
West Wing.
Yeah,
No,
I never
never
watched it
watched those.
either. Yeah,
Yeah,
my parents
never got into
they
it.
liked that, but I never got into it. I liked La La, but
La La was good. I like all the most of the La La movie, the lawyery things.
hmm,
I enjoy
Law and
those.
Order, all of those.
Yeah, Boston Common,
Oh, I haven't seen
Boston.
that one. I haven't
Was
seen.
it? I don't know. They're all check marked on my things to watch when I don't have anything else to watch. Go back.
Yeah.
What was the one where the little baby danced? Clarissa Flockhart was. Oh, what was
Oh,
that series? That
Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal. That's supposed to be good. Haven't watched those. Not
I
for any
I
particular
did watch
reason.
that for a little bit. Yeah, I just don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore, and it's all
I let a lot
streaming
of things just
stuff.
run in the back. It's all streaming stuff. Like
It's all
Lincoln
streaming.
Lawyer, right? That's
That
a
was a
cute
good
little
one.
series.
That's a
Yeah, it's a
good
cute
one.
little series. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
Yeah.
then I have on my list of that was this is unpopular opinion. It was just okay. Was E.T. Like yeah, it's fine. Like E.T. Like it just did not knock my socks off. It was I just never really been into the whole sci-fi ish kind of
Mm.
stuff. So I didn't.
Yeah, I like DT.
Like it's
Um,
fine.
but yeah, sci-fi is not really my genre. That was my brother's
Nor mine.
genre. I lean more towards just the screwball comedies. So, and that's when those
Oh, they're
airplane
so
and all
good.
those
Airplane.
that
I was
was it the Zucker brothers or Zucker and Abrams
oh,
and Zucker? Yeah. Um, the police squad
Police
and
Squad, Police Academy.
just
Yeah,
all that. Shirley, you
just
can't be
slapstick.
serious. I am serious.
I'm
And
being
stop
serious and
calling me
stop.
Shirley.
Spaceballs was on my
Baseballs, that
list.
was a
That
good
was
one.
so
That was a good one. Yeah, just the
oh,
the
super
screwball
goofy.
wacky comedies. Those were the
Super
best.
goofy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those were the good ones.
I will say one we haven't mentioned yet, but I
great movie is The Goonies.
Oh yeah, I had that
That
on my
was so
list.
good. Yeah,
Yep,
so good.
that's one of my faves. And they keep, I really like it when actors say, they say, well, they're talking about a reboot of the original. What do you think? And my favorite
No,
answer is just let it stand as it is. It doesn't need to be remade. It's like,
no.
exactly. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone
Mm-mm.
because
Just
it's perfect the way it is.
yeah.
So,
We could segue into heartthrobs, where a movie where you didn't think somebody was going to be a heartthrob and turned out to be quite the heartthrob. Stand by Me with Jerry O'Connell, who
hmm
was
yeah,
the little
he
fat
was
kid
a
with the
fat kid.
list, and now he's adorable.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, the outside,
Yeah.
well, so I have to go back to the 70s because as a young girl, I mean, I'm trying to think back to like at what age did I see like someone on TV and think, "Ooh, that's a cute boy." It's hard to pinpoint it, but I think that
It's probably 12, 13, maybe.
the first one that, and I don't know if I thought, "Oh, that's a cute boy," or just because they were making a big deal out of him at the time, was David Cassidy and Sean Cassidy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ironically, Sean Cassidy's touring right now.
He is. Yes, he is. I think my first one was probably well, so my first was uh now I forgot his name. Who's the middle Brady?
Peter?
That was probably Peter. Peter was
Mm-hmm.
probably my first one I liked that
Yeah.
I thought was cute.
I didn't care for the Brady Boys. I didn't really, the only reason I watched The Partridge Family was because Keith was dreamy. And that's it. But yeah, and then you had Andy Gibb. Let me see, I got a list here.
Yeah. You have a
Um,
list? Oh boy.
and so those are the boys.
Yeah.
And then I asked Tom, I said, I guess we shouldn't exclude the girl heartthrobs at the time.
Oh God,
And he was
Heather
like,
Locklear.
he said Farrah Fawcett, but he said,
Yeah,
looking back, it was kind of like, why was she such a big deal? And all the Charlie's Angels,
the hair,
all of
all the
them,
Charlie's
Cheryl
Angels.
Ladd,
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
them. You had Brooke
It
Shields,
was Heather Locklear. There was
Heather
another Heather. Who
Thomas,
was another?
Heather Thomas. Yeah,
and Brooke
yeah,
Shields. You had Christy McNichol. I mean, we're going way
yes,
back.
yep.
And who's the other one?
That's
Tatum
way back. Yeah,
O'Neal.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I love that movie
yeah,
with her and her
was
father. God, that was so good. Paper Moon.
Paper Moon.
Oh,
Um,
love it.
and then you had Phoebe Cates when she was, in
Oh
Fisher's
yeah,
Naked.
that was a whole.
That was the whole thing.
She was like in a whole category all in herself.
Yeah.
And then we got into Denise Richards because that was in the
Oh, in the Charlie Sheen
the
thing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. She
Yeah.
was in that movie with Matt Damon and I forget what the name of the movie was.
Yeah. Yeah. So then as we got older, then it was basically everyone in The Outsiders.
Yeah.
And then
St. Elmo's Fire, that whole crew,
the
the
Brat
Brat
Pack.
Pack,
The Brat Pack.
the
Yeah.
Brat Pack.
The
Yeah.
Brat Pack.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then you had like, what's his name considered part of the Brat Pack? Sutherland? Kiefer Sutherland? Because of
Yeah, he
Lost
was
Boys.
I think he was kind of Brat Pack adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
He, I think, was kind of with that, like friends with all it, and his name came up a lot with them. But I don't think he really was really in any of the movies with them. But like,
Yeah.
I love Donald Sutherland. He was
Yeah.
great.
He was
What
really
a great
good.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how, like, I really grew to appreciate Gene Hackman movies.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed like his
Hoosiers,
stuff.
God,
And
those were great.
and I know this is kind of unpopular, but I really like Johnny Depp as an actor.
He is he's good.
He's got some good
He is
stuff. He can do all
he's
the Tim Burton shit and then he can do the drama stuff too.
yeah.
So,
He's just personally, I think, a little weird and
yeah,
eccentric, but
but
I think you
but
have to be.
for as far as his movies go, I enjoy watching his movies. Yeah.
I would say of all of this is probably also widely unpopular, but I like if I automatically see a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, I have no desire to see it. I'm not just.
I find him very overrated. Okay, so Titanic, yeah, all right,
Yeah,
that was iconic, whatever.
fine.
Um,
Whatever.
uh, he has the worst Irish accent in Gangs of New York. The worst. How
Horrible.
are you an Oscar-winning actor when that accent is horrible? Horrible.
Horrible. That was so. I got to jump because that just reminded me of our the Goran Noon on social media, who one of his pluses about the House of Guinness series was that they're all Irish actors, so the
Right.
Irish accents
They have the
are
accent
all
nailed. Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. That's on my list. I'll
Yeah,
probably start that tomorrow. But
so good.
yeah, but Leonardo DiCaprio, I saw him
George
in
Clooney, don't care for.
I saw him in The Departed. That was pretty good. But The Revenant, okay, dude, you would have been dead within the first 10 minutes of the movie. Okay, if not, then the infection would set in. This is just so far-fetched, and it was just so over the top acting on his part. And it's just like, come on, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, just I'm not a fan.
I don't see how he's such a big deal. And yeah, same with
Yeah,
George Clooney. Now, you have to give him credit for the best role he ever had was on Facts of Life.
it's good in ER. I just
Yeah,
in
I did like
movies,
him in
I don't
ER.
care.
But I don't
Like
think
I
I've
just don't
seen
care for him in movies.
I haven't seen a lot of his movies. So I couldn't even really tell you. Like the
It's an
Oceans,
immediate kind of turn off.
not even the one he was in, the one where it was all the women.
Yeah.
Uh,
Brad Pitt also too. I'm not a fan of his.
oh, that's another one. I never saw Thelma and Louise.
I don't know if I saw it all the way through. I think I've just watched it in chunks.
Yeah. I've seen like the first 30 minutes of Fight Club. So, yeah, Brad Pitt, I thought he was funny when he guested on Friends, and that's about it. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's just not like he's not a draw for me.
No. No.
Not a draw for me.
Nope.
I'm trying to look over my list to see if we missed anything glaring. Field of Dreams. It started all the baseball movies.
Right.
There was a little run of a bunch of baseball movies that were all pretty good. Did we talk about War Games?
We did not.
War Games.
That was a
War
good
Games
one.
was so good.
A little, what would you call it? A little
like
a little future,
espionage kind of,
a
hacker.
little future, glimpse into the future.
Yeah,
type of thing.
that was good, and I loved Ali Sheedy in that.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed her in that. And then what about did we talk about Weird Science?
I mentioned it
Love
because that
that
was a
movie.
John Hughes movie.
Okay,
Yeah, but
God, that
Weird
was
Science, yep.
one of our favorites.
Well, and that's what another thing I liked about John Hughes was he just recycled all those actors. So
All
you
of them.
kept seeing him, seeing him, and seeing him. And if you remember in the Charlie Sheen documentary, he talks about his cameo in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah,
and,
that was good.
And how he's like, Jennifer Grey got me that gig, and she was so pissed I was late, and I finally show up, and he's like, let's just go, let's just do it. And it's just one of those iconic scenes.
It's so good.
I love when he's like, what's your name? It's what's her name in the movie?
I don't even
The sister.
remember.
It's Ferris and God, I can't. Now I'm drawing a blank. Jeannie.
I'll Google it.
She's like, well, it's Jeannie,
yeah.
but the guys call me Shauna. What?
That's right. I forgot about
And it's
that.
all Shauna. See, that kind of goofy crap just cracks me up.
Oh, that's so good.
It's like going on a date. So what's your name? Well, it's Karen, but the guys call me Shaniqua. It's like, it just makes no sense. Like, really?
And like, what does it matter? Just like say Shauna.
Yeah.
Well, like nobody has to know.
I'm Tiffany, but my name's Karen.
Overshit.
It's like, what? So wrong. So
So
wrong.
stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we loved our 80s. Loved our 80s
I
TV.
just have to like, just in general, when you look at just the collection of movies, and then you look at the collection of movies today, there's no comparison. There are not a lot of good movies today.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're in the Marvel stuff, I'm not into any of that stuff.
I'm not into the Marvel universe. I'm not into the uh what's the other one? The Guardians of the Galaxy, that kind of stuff. But I do love those Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I cannot get enough of those. I once I watched all the Harry Potters, I did enjoy them. I haven't
Haven't
seen
watched them.
any of the Star Wars past the first three original episodes, or three movies. None of none of that stuff. It's just when we moved to a town of 500 people in the middle of nowhere, you just really kind of
You don't need
none of that
you
stuff
don't need
is important
movies.
anymore. You just don't care. It's just, are we going to die under this pile of snow this winter? That's your main concern, as opposed to, I really need the new Marvel video set. It's like, okay, yeah. But growing up with brothers that were so into that sci-fi stuff, it's like, I've had people try to trip me up on trivia questions from those genres, and I'm just like, oh, it's blah blah blah, duh. And they're just like, oh, what? How do you know that? Well, how do you know I don't know
Brothers.
that?
Yeah, right.
So,
You don't know me.
yep, exactly. Yeah. All right. So, do we want to
All
get
right.
into our what you talking about, Willis?
Oh, I've got one.
It's a Sharesism.
It's I don't know if it started started, but I started using it when my kids were little, and my kids when they're talking to people much younger than them, whether it's in their work life or not, I've tried to instill upon them that they should adopt this phrase, and the phrase is "no wolves, no wolves." I'll explain.
No
So
wools
when my kids was
like the
yeah,
fabric
what
wool?
you could use it as a
Oh,
spelling, but
okay.
not specific to the fabric.
Okay.
So when my kids would be like, "Oh, hey, I want to go to the park," and I'd be like, "No," and they'd go, "Wool." So no wolves. There's no wolves.
Now I
No
get it.
wolves.
Wool.
No wolves.
Wool.
No, yeah,
And there's
no
no
wolves.
wolves.
There's no wolves.
Because you
No
know what's
wolves, no
coming.
yabbuts.
You
No
know that
wolves.
it's wool.
Just accept the answer. There are no wolves. No
That's
wolves.
a good one. That's a good one.
No wolves.
We used to
And
say.
then recently,
Go ahead.
there was a goaltender for the Toronto Maple Leafs whose last name is Wool, and he is taking a personal leave of absence. So I took a screenshot and sent it to my kids and said, "No wolves."
Wool. I'm taking it wool. That reminds me when we used to prepare people for like interviews and things like that. We would tell them, we don't want to hear what you would do. We want to hear what you've done or what you plan to do. So stay out of the woods. And they'd be
There
like,
you go.
oh.
I like that.
And if somebody said, well, I would, I'd be like, stay out of the woods.
If you're in the woods, no
And,
wolves. Stay in the
that's
woods,
that's
okay?
also a mantra of the true crime community. Don't go into the woods. Stay out of the woods. Because that's where they
Okay.
murder you and that's where they dump you. So stay out of the woods.
Good advice all around.
Both the woods. No, both the woods.
Okay, so my what you're talking about, Willis, has to do with, I was scrolling along today, and it's something that, I don't know, I guess I just really haven't thought too much about. I don't care for it, but it's the septum ring in the nose, particularly on
Yeah.
women. And there's a thing now on the TikTok that I think somebody who just has this opinion just said, I want to go viral with this and let's make it happen. The septum theory. So there's a theory now
Okay.
about women
Okay.
when you see a woman with a septum ring in her nose. I call it the bull ring. Basically, it's people with septum piercings, especially women, tend to build their entire personalities around past trauma and exhibit negative traits such as victim mentality, attention seeking, or being radical feminists who oppose traditional values. So somebody decided that is the personality that goes with a girl that you see wearing a septum ring.
I mean, I feel that's fair. I think one could argue for a number of like the eyebrow piercing or I I mean it's obviously a sign of previous trauma. I don't understand what its purpose is though.
Well, historically, I did my 8 minutes of research, so let me enlighten you on that. Historically, the septum ring is seen like in it can mark a passage of a rite of passage, like a girl going from a unmarried woman to a married woman, like in some of the Hindu cultures. That's a thing.
Okay.
It can be a warrior spirit type of thing. It could be a symbol of wealth, or status in some cultures.
So it does not serve an actual purpose other
On a
than
bull, it does.
visual. Well,
On a bull, they used them they'd attach a chain to it, and that's how you'd lead the bull
Right.
around.
Yeah.
On a person, it's just decoration. It doesn't serve any biological or physical purpose. It's a decoration. So
Okay.
so historically and
I have too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have too many allergies.
historically and culturally, it could be a spiritual connection or a power, a warrior spirit or strength, status or marriage, or a rite of passage. So it could be any of those, depending on what culture you're in. Hindu culture, some of the American native cultures, African, but here and lately, it's seen as a symbol of rebellion, or we called it punk rock in our day, but goth, or something like that. It's also trendy. Piercings are trendy at times. They may start with a whole different meaning behind them or purpose, but like the little nose rings,
Yeah, those were yeah.
lip rings, like you mentioned, earring rings, earrings, eyebrow rings. What?
I don't
Eyebrow
know.
rings.
That all
But
just seems
I mean,
uncomfortable.
it was difficult to hire people with that kind of stuff in their faces because it's not always
Nobody wants to look at it.
nobody wants to look at it. And to be honest, I find it a little unprepossessing. I do.
Can you spell that, please? Pre
Possessing.
possessing.
Yeah.
That's possessing. That's almost like a double entendre
Yeah, that's a
of
big one.
sorts.
I picked that one special for you today.
Okay, thanks. They're always special for me. Appreciate that.
So anyway, I don't find it attractive on women especially, but you do you. But don't be surprised when you don't get that job. You don't get that job interview because
I'm
it's
trying to think of if I've ever encountered somebody who has that, who has just been a genuinely like charming soul, nice, decent human being that didn't didn't have some judgy or negative I don't know that I've ever.
I worked with a gentleman who had a lot of that. He had a lot of the face piercings and all of it, skull tattoos, and he was in a motorcycle club, so that was his thing. And
Okay.
nicest guy, super nice guy. However, we did have, I think twice since I started there, we had customers come in and say that I didn't answer the door because he looks scary.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So it's the brain is a weird organ, and I remember watching some show or something where they did a thing about I think it was when the whole diversity stuff, all of the companies had to have diversity training. I think that's where I saw it, was that the human brain, it's programmed to look for symmetry and uniformity.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
There's certain things that trigger our brains to say, that doesn't look good to eat, or something's wrong here, you know? And
Yeah.
so to me, that's what a lot of it is when I see something, what's my instant reaction? Like, if I'm going, if you have to talk me into liking it or thinking it's attractive, no, you're not gonna make me like it. I don't know.
That's fair.
Am I making any
You don't have
sense today?
No, I get it. I
Yeah.
understand.
So it's
Yeah.
almost they call it it's like an unconscious bias that is
It is, for sure.
you're born with it. So you
Yeah.
can't really, you know, it's there.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
but anyway, that's kind of when
I mean, if you're gonna have all that stuff, then you should also have a pleasant disposition and a big fat smile to then really make the brain go, "What the fuck is
what's
this?"
going on here? Oh man. Well, that's all I got today.
Well, that's all I got today.
All right. Well,
That was. I didn't know how we were gonna get through all of those, and I think Oh, you know what? One movie that
What
I
did we
didn't cross
forget?
off, Roxanne.
that's a cute one.
Yeah, it was.
That's a cute one.
That was a cute
Yeah.
little silly movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got all the rest of
Parenthood
them
was
off.
a good one too. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Steve Martin, Parenthood.
Yeah. Mr. Mom.
Yeah, Mr.
All those
Mom.
little- Mr. Mom was funny.
That was funny. Michael Keaton, he was good. Yeah, and so the thing is, you know, I know we've talked about this before. You were lucky if you had cable. We didn't
Yeah.
have streaming. You couldn't just watch things whenever you wanted unless you had a VCR. And
And even then you couldn't because you had to like
You
go
had to
and
drive it
we
back,
talked about
pick
the
it
whole
up,
video
drive it back.
rentals.
Yeah, yeah. Shit.
God, I wish I,
Special
I remember what he looked like, but I can't remember his name. Weirdo.
What was my point? Oh, so if you had HBO or Showtime, they would get
You were lucky.
They would get
Yeah.
like 4 movies and show them nonstop. Like if it was a first run movie that just came out of the theaters, and back then, how long was a movie in the theaters? Way longer
Oh, it was a
than
while.
it is now.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so as soon as they got a hold of the rights to show it, they would show it 6 times a day.
Constant.
So every time you turn
Well,
on,
they
it's
didn't have-
on,
they
and it'd be that
yeah.
movie. So
Yeah, that was before like rights and publishing rights and all those other
I
fun
think
things
I saw
started to-
9 to 5. There's another one. I think I saw 9 to 5 probably 20 times in Greece because it was always on. Always on.
always
Yeah.
on.
So
Always on for sure.
yep.
All right. Well,
Good times.
with that note, maybe I'll watch a movie today.
Yeah.
Probably not. But football.
Yeah.
Yell at the TV.
It's the sport of kings, better than diamond rings.
Maybe I'll go watch that.
Football.
Oh.
All right. Good times.
All right.
All right.
Peace
Peace out.
out.